now we have to tell the story of our flight from Egypt. So, Sasha, would you like to start us off?
Okay, alright. So we're all gonna participate and say one sentence each. Okay. So once upon a time, we were slaves in Egypt and it sucked.
And then Moses came along and said, "Let my people go."
And Pharaoh was like, And then Moses kept persisting and went to Pharaoh
And that's when the 10 plagues
So that he gathered all his people.
Well, the first plague, I don't know if it was the
Yeah, we
first
should
or
go through the
not.
plagues.
But blood.
Or was it blood or was
Blood
it
was the
frog?
first one.
Okay. So the
for
water.
each one we have to take your fork and stick it in.
Right now, it's later.
No,
That's an order.
I thought it.
Seder!
Alright, go.
Seder,
So-
Seder.
20 times.
All the water in the rivers and the land of Egypt turned to blood, and it freaked everybody out.
What's the second one?
Wikipedia.
locusts and frogs.
Locusts,
Look.
frogs.
Yeah, wild beasts. I think that was four.
Rain,
Wild beast.
lice, boils, darkness.
I know I'm in
Darkness,
Hebrew,
yeah.
but
Slaying of the firstborn son.
and
That was
that's
the
when slaying the firstborn son.
That was the last one.
That's when.
The
What
slaying of the firstborn.
After that plague, maybe take it from there.
The Pharaoh got really super upset because his son died. It was like, you Jews, seriously, you're a curse upon me. And that's when they gotta go.
So Pharaoh was like, "Get out," and they ended up heading over to the sea. And what happened there?
And then Pharaoh was like, "No, actually, I'm gonna go kick their asses."
And Moses was all like, okay, I'm going to reach my staff over this water and it's going to part miraculously. So it did.
Yeah, and then the Jews are like, hey, sweet, look what he did. And then they just all ran across the Red Sea. Ran across.
And then as the Egyptians were chasing behind, Moses released the staff and the waters did not part or cease to part and blessed them.
And then what happened, Blair?
And then they wandered the desert for 40 years.
Yes.
Maybe not quite.
It's a long
Ten
time.
Commandments. Ten
Oh.
Commandments.
And then they just
We'll let Becky do that.
And then the 10 Commandments came. And I don't know if it really happened, but Moses threw them
Right,
down and
because
had
they
to
made
get
a
new
golden
ones.
calf to worship because they got tired of waiting for him.
That's why they had to wait in the
first 10
desert for 40 years.
No, they did wait in the desert for 40 years because they sent 10 scouts into the land of Egypt instead of just going in immediately like God said to. So they killed all the leaders of the tribe except for Joshua and Caleb and said, okay, you're not going back into Israel right now, you're going to wander the desert for 40 years until your entire generation dies.
Wow.
Except for Jacob and Caleb. They can
Wait.
stay in Israel.
So that was because they spent the night first, or
No, because they didn't go in and immediately start conquering the indigenous peoples, they decided to scout the area first.
Oh.
So reconnaissance is bad. Just attack immediately and you'll be better with God.
Yay.
Bush followed that order, right?
Weren't the first 10
Came out
commandments
of our
different from the
state.
second?
I know
Yay,
what
context.
Well, there were originally
Awesome.
15 commandments.
According to
Here are
the
your
renowned
10.
source of Mel Brooks, yes.
Oh yeah.
There's 1,000 or something.
There's
Yeah.
613 commandments actually.
Oh, yeah.
In the Torah, yeah, and you
So
have
do
to
that.
follow all
613
613, and if every single person follows all 613, then according to Jewish tradition, then the Messiah will come, and that has yet to
So
happen.
until you
so-
can keep Jews from eating shrimp, I don't think it's going to happen.
I know.
No.
Guilty.
They're delicious.
It's shellfish.
Oh,
Anyway.
yeah.
Can you ask the 4
4
questions?
questions.
Yeah.
You need to sing it. You
No,
need to sing it.
I'm doing the English. Okay. Well, it says the youngest child in years or at heart. You would be the one at
Oh,
heart.
shut up.
That,
Actually, I
well,
don't
that is
think I'm
kind
at
of
heart,
true.
or-
Shush.
Dude, it's a song.
Just
Yes,
read it, just read
it's a
it.
score. Read
Or,
it.
Let me see if
Come on, Yuggin, today.
or if they have it in English.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
Keep going. Come back.
Okay.
Aha!
Why is tonight different from all other nights? 1. On all other nights, we may eat either leavened bread or matzah. Tonight, only matzah. That we may recall the unleavened bread our ancestors baked in haste when they left slavery. Haste. On all other nights, we need not taste bitterness. Tonight, we eat bitter herbs that we may recall the suffering of slavery. On all other nights, we needn't dip our food in condiments even once. Tonight, we dip twice. In salt water to remember our tears when we were enslaved, and in haroset to remember the mortar and the bricks which we made. On all other nights, we eat sitting up. Tonight, we recline to remind ourselves to savor our liberation.
Awesome.
Okay, cool. Oh, we are commanded to celebrate as if each one of us were personally liberated from Egypt. In the next year, how do you hope to bring yourself closer to your place of freedom?
Anyone want to answer the 5th question? Bueller? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, keep going.